In 2015, Apple introduced the Apple Music subscription model, following what Spotify did years before. Simply pay $10 a month and you've got all the music you'll ever need right at your fingertips. No more downloading albums and songs from iTunes. You get everything all at once for $10 a month. And today, we know that was the right choice because that's basically how everyone consumes their music these days, with other popular services like Spotify, Amazon Music, and Tidal. And speaking of Tidal, it began as a solution to a problem. At the time, there was no service out there that offered very high quality streaming straight to your phone or computer. For many years, people have been complaining about Apple's streaming codecs bottlenecking the quality that music was intended to be listened at. So Tidal finally came in and took care of it, but at a price. To get the high quality streaming, you had to pay a pretty penny. But for the audiophiles out there, it was well worth it. The only problem with high quality streaming was that it would take up a huge amount of data bandwidth. And for many years, the speed of cellular service just wasn't fast enough to have a really reliable stream on the go. But today, things are way different. Basically, every cellular plan gives you unlimited data, and many phones, including the iPhone 12, offer super fast 5G cellular speeds. And because of that, Apple is ready to revolutionize the music industry. Just the other day, they announced their new lossless audio formats coming to Apple Music, and the best part is that it's coming at no additional charge. So if you're already paying $10 a month for Apple Music, you're basically ready to go when Apple pushes out iOS 14.6 and the rest of their software updates next month. This is very exciting for us consumers, but it could also be the downfall of Tidal, which charges a lot more for their high quality streaming service, while not offering the same level of features and convenience as Apple Music does. But before I get into how bad this could be for Tidal, I want to first explain how these new lossless formats are going to work across all of your Apple devices, and then give you some very important info that you probably haven't heard just yet. First off, Apple's spatial audio feature is coming for free in the form of Dolby Atmos support to basically every pair of AirPods or Beats headphones that have an H1 or W1 chip, as well as the built-in speakers on compatible iPhones and other Apple devices. And you'll even be able to use the new Dolby Atmos feature with other headphones by going into the audio settings and manually enabling it. But as for the new lossless formats, things are definitely a bit confusing, so let me explain how all of this is gonna work, starting with what lossless actually means. When a recording studio produces a song by an artist, they do so in an original, uncompressed format like WAV. This is basically the master file, which can end up being massive depending on the length of the song. For example, in our ultimate headphone comparison between the AirPods Max and the Sony XM4s, we received a 24-bit WAV master file from Hi-Fi Insider with a sample rate of 176 kilohertz and a file size of 560 megabytes, which is insane. And the problem with file sizes that large is that a standard CD can only hold around 700 megabytes of data, barely enough to fit that master file. Because of this, the industry agreed on a standard format of 16-bit 44.1 kilohertz wave audio, which will bring that file size down and allow for much more songs to be burned onto a CD. But when it comes to on-demand music streaming, those file sizes are still too large and they require a very high data bitrate of 1411 kilobits per second, which would have caused issues back in the day depending on your internet connection, as well as using up all of your cellular data too quickly. And on top of that, for those who are trying to store hundreds or thousands of songs onto their phones through iTunes, CD quality was still way too big and it would end up using up all of your storage, which is an even bigger issue. So to solve that, the file size and bitrate had to be turned down. So in 2003, Apple offered their iTunes catalog of music by opting for a 128 kilobits per second AAC format, over 10 times less than CD standard bitrate. This of course lowered the quality of the music compared to the master wave files, but it fixed all of the issues with storage sizes. And later on, it greatly helped with the reliability of on-demand music streaming using Apple Music. And then over time, as storage sizes of iPhones and other devices became larger, and as internet connection speeds and reliability improved, Apple raised the bar for AAC audio file support up to the 256 kilobits per second that we have today. And now, since we finally have very fast internet connection speeds that are very reliable on every iPhone, as well as unlimited data on basically every single service plan out there, we can finally move on to better quality music streaming, and that's what Apple just announced. Apple is finally offering the Apple Lossless audio codec with audio resolutions ranging from CD quality, which is 16-bit at 44.1 kilohertz, all the way up to 24-bit at 48 kilohertz, playable natively on Apple devices for the same $10 a month as before. And for true audiophiles, Apple Music is offering Hi-Fi Lossless streaming at up to 24-bit at 192 kilohertz, which is insane, but it's going to require external equipment like a USB DAC just to be able to play it properly. So these new files are going to be incredible for those seeking better quality audio, and it's going to lead to a lot of people finally ditching Tidal and going to Apple Music for the better features and convenience. Why? Well, Tidal's #1 advantage and selling point has always been the support for the highest audio quality streaming compared to other competitors like Apple. But now that's gone. And making it worse, Tidal literally charges $20 a month for their Hi-Fi Music subscription compared to only $10 a month for Apple Music, or just $5 if you're a student. Tidal also charges $30 a month for a Hi-Fi family plan compared to only $15 for Apple Music. Or if you pay just $5 more, you can literally get an Apple One family plan with Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and 200 gigs of iCloud storage. So I personally see no reason for anyone with an iPhone to continue using Tidal, and that's why they're in so much trouble. However, if you like to listen to Apple Music using Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, all of these new lossless formats don't matter at all, since Apple has already confirmed that all of the current AirPods will not support lossless audio. But don't blame Apple, it's 100% a Bluetooth limitation, so in order to listen to lossless audio, you're gonna need a set of wired earbuds or headphones. And to do that, they're either gonna have to come with a lightning cable, or you're gonna have to use a lightning to 3.5mm dongle instead. But the more important thing is that Apple finally has this lossless audio quality built directly into Apple Music for the first time, satisfying the audiophiles out there, and for regular consumers who use AirPods, the new Dolby Atmos support is gonna be a nice addition. And in the future, there's a chance that there could be some sort of Bluetooth update that can potentially take advantage of a higher quality audio stream, like maybe even lossless. For example, Bluetooth 5.2 now supports LE audio, which uses a new LC3 codec, which improves battery life and allows for a brand new multi-stream feature, which will greatly improve the experience with certain headphones and truly wireless earbuds. For example, a device like an iPhone will be able to send 2 streams of Bluetooth to a pair of headphones or earbuds, one Bluetooth stream for the left side and one stream for the right side. So there's a chance that in the future, higher quality audio will be coming to Apple devices using multi-stream methods like this one to improve the quality. On top of that, the LC3 codec has a higher maximum bitrate of 345 kilobits per second, and it can support bit depths of up to 32 bits instead of AAC's 16. So there's a very good chance that Apple will be taking advantage of this new codec in the future. The only issue is that there are no Apple devices out right now that support Bluetooth 5.2, which is required in order to take advantage of this new LC3 codec. So I have a pretty good feeling that Apple has something up their sleeve for later this year. Specifically, I think that the iPhone 13 is gonna come with Bluetooth 5.2 support, and I think that the next gen AirPods are also gonna support it as well, to offer higher quality audio, maybe even taking advantage of some of these new lossless formats if Apple can somehow pull it off by using a new second gen W2 or H2 processing chip. But for now, all of the audiophiles out there are gonna have to stick with wired headphones, just like you already have been doing if you wanna use Apple's new lossless audio feature. So there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click that circle button to subscribe for more videos like this one. Definitely check out one of those two right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.